Newspapers? Newspapers? Oh, you there, Gov. How about a newspaper, sir?
Very well, boy. I shall purchase a newspaper. What is the price?
It's only 1 guinea.
A guinea? Preposterous.
Ah, how about a shilling?
I shall give you threepence and not a halfpenny more.
Oh, well, all right.
Well, let's have it. There's the newspaper.
Here you go, sir.
Do you take me for a fool? Where is the newspaper?
I don't know. Where have they gone?
They've gone online. Although there's light at the end of the tunnel in the form of vaccines, the pandemic drags on, and oh boy, aren't we having fun. One of the things I think a lot of patrons miss most is sitting in the library, reading the newspaper. Until the coronavirus is truly in the rearview mirror, that's just not going to be a thing. However, we can approach the experience digitally, and you may well find this useful long after the pandemic is over as well. Today I'm going to round up our digital newspaper offerings for you, and they come in 3 main flavors. One, you know those paywalls on newspapers' websites where you can read, say, 3 articles in a month and then they slam the doors shut until you subscribe? I'll show you how we can get you in the VIP line and around that paywall. Legitimately, newspapers get paid, you get access. 2, there's a new resource in town that lets you read a digital version of many newspapers from across the country, including the San Francisco Chronicle and the Marin Independent Journal, looking just like they do on paper. These aren't just text-only articles pulled out of context. No. You get the photos, the layout, even the ads. And 3, there are text-only archives from even more sources if you're tracking down something pretty obscure. You know what? Enough yakking. Let me show you. First, let's take a look at the newspaper websites we can get you into. Now, I always start your mornings with a nourishing bowl of oatmeal and a visit to millvalleylibrary.org. That's our page, and we are going to go look at these newspapers. Under Books, Movies, and More, and Articles, Databases, and Learning, we are going to take a look at the Magazines and Newspapers page. And in the first section, we can see here, access newspapers' websites with your library card. We've got 3 to choose from here. We'll start with the New York Times. Perhaps you've heard of it. I'll click either this logo here or this link here. And what will happen is this, you'll go to this page with the 1, 2, 3 of how to do this. 1, you'll create your New York Times online account if you don't already have one. All right, so let's take a look at what that looks like. I'm going to open the New York Times homepage here, and I'll try to log in. This is the login page here. If you're starting fresh, don't use this page. Use the Create One page. No, you didn't just blink, and you're still looking at the same old page. They look very, very similar. This can be confusing. If we're creating our free account, you can use Google or Facebook or Apple to be your authenticator, or you can create an account with an email address and password. And watch out for this. They're going to try to send you marketing email. All right, so once you do have your account, I've got one, so I'll put this in here. Nope. All right, log in. And I can just make sure that I am in, because look, I have, instead of the button to log in, there's an account. Okay, great. I know this works. Meanwhile, back to our instructions. Step 2 is after you've created that account, we're going to redeem this 24-hour pass. We click there. And New York Times generates this here gobbledygook. We don't have to remember this gobbledygook. We just have to click this Redeem button. And then it takes us to the Create Your Account or Log In screen. All right, I'll do that. log in. Oh, great. My access code is valid. Let's carry on. See, I just set up this account just now. If I want, I can get bombarded with all these email newsletters, or I'll say maybe later, New York Times. Phone number, app. No, you know what? Thanks. I'm having a great time, but I'm going to go back to reading. Thank you very much. All right, here we are. We are in. Now, you can read as many articles as you want all around their website without hitting the paywall. What are some exceptions? They're food and cooking and the archives that stretch way back in time. Other than that, you can do quite a lot of playing around. Although I have one more bit of bad news for you. The crossword, also a premium feature. But, you know, their secondary product, the news, the journalism, the op-ed section, that you get to enjoy. As I said, this is a 24-hour pass. So 24 hours hence from here, my pass will expire. What do I do about that? Do I only get one little taste of the New York Times? No. I just have to generate a new code, which I can do back on this page by clicking here to redeem a new code. Or if you want to get fancy with it, see this address here? That's MarinNet's redirector. What I could do, if I wished, is to add a favorite. This will look a little different in each browser. They call them either bookmarks or favorites, or I don't know if there's too much else. But what about the New York Times' crosstown rival, the Wall Street Journal? Same kind of thing. You can get past their paywall, this time for 72 hours. Got a little excited in my highlighting there. 72 hours instead of 24, which is even more than 24. Let's follow this link. I'll put in my card number and a PIN. We go through this little portal here. Here we can create an account with Wall Street Journal. I have already done so, so I'm going to click this sign in button instead. And it's and through we go. Look at that. We have our confirmation code and everything. Complete your membership. Okay, let's go. Ba-ba-da-ba. And here is the Wall Street Journal site. I can read any of these articles I want for those 72 golden hours of unlimited anti-paywall playtime. The third in our trifecta of big players here is Mr. Bezos's little Washington, D.C. paper, The Washington Post. All right, a little honesty time. At the exact moment this video is being made, something's going on with the Washington Post authentication with the website. But when we get it sorted out, just like New York Times and Wall Street Journal, gets you past the paywall, you can read all the articles you want. For now, though, just gonna have to trust me on this one. But now it is time to talk about option 2. From millvalleylibrary.org, books, movies, and more, articles, databases, and learning, magazines and newspapers. Look what's down here in the second segment. Read newspapers and magazines online. So not the sites we're talking about here. We are going to look at digital versions of these newspapers through Newsbank, our new all-Marin resource, Newsbank. Let's look at this in practice. There are a couple of local collections within Newsbank. These are links right to them. San Francisco Chronicle, perhaps you've heard of it. Marin Independent Journal. Why, we're in Marin County. Let's go take a look at this. I'll click either on the logo or this link over here. All right. I can pass these tests, I think. You just need your card number, not your PIN. And behold, the Marin Independent Journal collection. What's in the collection? The Marin Independent Journal, 2002 to current, in text form, that is, the words, and in image edition, just from 2020 on into the future. As long as there are years, they're going to make an image edition of the Marin Independent Journal. What is an image edition, Franklin? Let's go take a look. We can choose what date we want to look at. Let's say, February 1st. Boop. And looky here, the newspaper, just as it actually looks. You get the text, of course, but you get the pictures. You get the layout. Over here, we can scroll through a big overview of all the pages in this newspaper. Ooh, we can do a crossword. Click on this and we jump to it. Yeah, see that? And look, you even get the ads for the full newspaper reading experience. Let's take a quick look here at these tools we have. We can search within the newspaper because it's, in addition to looking like an image, it is the text, so you can scan and search through it. Get info on this edition and where it's from and where it's published, etc. You can generate citations if you're working on a paper and you want it in the Turabian style, Harvard, APA, MLA. Take your pick. You can email this to someone else or yourself. You can do these clips where, select a clip to download or print. See this window? It gives me this sort of frame here. I can move this frame around and I can, let's say I really want to get this crossword, so I can drag out the corners, drag with my mouse, until I've got the New York Times puzzle number 1228. Hey, how about that, New York Times? We still get your crossword through other means. All right, so we could print that directly, download a PDF, portable document format, or save it to our Google Drives, which we would then provide information on. But that is choosing a clip in it. And you could print a full page or select a clip with the same mechanics, download the full page or a clip, save to a folder. You could create kind of your own Newsbank account and just kind of save clippings. My mother collects physical newspaper clippings of things she thinks will interest me and then mails them to me periodically. And I read them all, Mom. I really do. Or you can get a permalink. That is a permanent link. That's some highly technical talk right here. And you can copy that. Or scroll through the pages. Let's go to page 12. Presumably 12 follows 11. Yeah, there it is. Or jump to any page we want, like so. If you are not having a good time reading this and you need to get a little closer, like the TV guide, you need to get in there. Let's see. We've got these plus and the minus and the fit to screen options here. So all plus, 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 plus. Ooh, Titanic's on, followed by Starship Troopers, and then the beach. Wow, it's the 90s. Seinfeld. Oh my God, it is the 90s. What's happening? All right, I know what you're asking. Is there an app for that? Well, not quite. Let's take it. You know what? Something's missing. We need something to make this a little more Instagrammable. Boom. All right, so if we go in a web browser of our choice on our various devices to millvalleylibrary.org, we can reach Newsbank the same way. This might be familiar. Here it is. Okay, and I want to make sure I look at the cool image version. Let's look at February 6th. Why not? And voila, the Marin Independent Journal, tracking coyotes. And a little more intuitive even, because you can use your old pinching and unpinching to zoom in and swoop around the page. Navigate over here, these page thumbnails. We talked about option 1. We talked about option 2. Which brings us to option 3. This is text archives of newspaper and magazine articles. Newsbank has this. I'll just hop over to this tab where I have the San Francisco Chronicle collection. We have that image edition, of course, but we also have the text edition reaching back a lot farther in time. Okay, so here's text only from the San Francisco Chronicle. And let's really give this a workout. Let's go back to, let's see, 1985, 1988. Think. We're going back in time. May 19th, 1988. What was going on? And here are all the various stories and the pages on which they appeared. A lot of these look kind of boring. Aussie trade picture improved in April. That's pretty exciting. Australia's trade picture improved in April. Oh, that's a very short. It's a very short story. Easily digestible. What's this though? Read news document. Using those external service.
Aussie trade picture improved in April. Sydney, Australia's trade picture improved in April, with the current account deficit narrowing to $396 million Australian, $302 million.
I didn't know it could do that. Anyway, text. You know what that is. Newsbank has not just the Chronicle, not just the Independent Journal. Let's run through this again. Now we're just wandering into the entirety of Newsbank. So we've got a overview here. There's the San Francisco community coverage and the Marin Independent Journal collection within it. But there's stuff from all over this great land of ours, the US of A. To just give you a quick idea of just how many sources you can browse through. 3,390 sources. Is that enough sources for you, pal? Surely it is. Louisville. What's the ABC affiliate doing in Louisville? We got the web only. That is their website. So their web articles are there. Newspaper for the Abilene Reporter News out of Texas. 2002 to current. Look at all that. So if you're looking for stories in the newspapers of other places in America or online sources like Accuracy and Media, this is the place to come, or a place to come. Not the only place to come, because if you'll follow me back to this page, we also have the ProQuest newsstand. I've covered that in another video, but this too is a big archive. This too is a big archive. This time, the global news stream. My word. 3,300 or so publications of all sorts. Newspapers, magazines, trade journals, wire feeds, Haaretz, Israel. The Ham and High from Hampstead in the UK. Hampstead. Hamster. Hippodrome. The Hippodrome, Hamster, Ham and Hippa. I don't know what's going on over there. Jolly old England. So listen, between all these methods, if you are looking for some news, there's a good chance we can help you find it. Not quite the same as getting newsprint on your fingertips, but still pretty useful. And as far as next best things go, I'm glad we can offer these to you. Stay informed. And if you need help, reach us at the phone number or email address below, and we shall help. We are, after all, librarians, and we take everything we do extremely seriously.
Make it rain, Guineas, gonna make it rain, Guineas. Make it rain, Guineas, make it rain, Guineas. Make it rain, Guineas, gonna make it rain, Guineas. Make it rain, Guineas, make it rain.
A guinea is a coin, a quarter
quarter ounce of gold. It'll keep you hot when you're feeling like you're cold. Minted by the British from 1663 all the way down to 1814. It's worth 21 shillings, and I just made a killing at the London Stock Exchange, and it's tea that I'm swilling. With my riches, I'ma make a purchase as I strut around in Piccadilly Circus. Not to keep you in suspense on the recompense, you should know that a shilling is defined as 12 pence. Not him, I mean a penny, like Alfred Lord Tenny. Son, I am gentry and I'm wealthy, I got many. I got horses in the stable, sugar on my table. As a wealthy gentleman, unlike you, I am able. Yes, there's lots of inequality in Victorian society. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You can't be like me.
Jolly good.